Welcome back, Love Stylers. I'm Misty. Today we're going to be talking about my 2.5-year journey on the carnivore diet. And why would you listen to me? Because I'm still a little bit chubby and I don't have everything figured out perfectly yet. But the reason I think you should listen to me today, guys, is because I'm going to save you a lot of time and aggravation. The carnivore diet is not just a weight loss diet. Carnivore is keto. You are in ketosis, is what I mean. And you practically live in ketosis. And ketosis is the best way to burn fat and clear your liver. 90% of the time I eat on a carnivore diet. I am not 100% carnivore, guys. So I eat meat, dairy, and eggs most of the time in my life. 10% of the time I eat real pizza, occasionally a real ice cream from an ice cream place, not a packaged type of ice cream usually. And this gives me a little bit of balance in my life. I love this way of eating. I am watching my body transform. Now, it's not that obvious on camera, but I will tell you the cellulite reduction is insane. I will tell you there are so many things that it has improved in my health that I'm going to talk about them today. So I want to thank you for subscribing and welcome home. If you've never been here before, stick with me this year, guys, and I can help you on your health journey. The reason I want to do this for myself is because I find it much easier than following just the regular keto diet that most people are trying, where there's packaged foods involved, where there's lots of extra fats involved, where there's MCT oils and a lot of products and a lot of vegetables. Now, I find it easier in my life, and this is for me personally, but I want you to consider that if you find it hard to lose weight, you may want to go right to the source. We see people walking around who've lost tons of weight, right? They lose the weight so damn fast that it's mind-boggling. And it's great, right? They're trying to clean up their health. But what do you notice after some time goes by? A lot of times people gain it back. And I hate this. And this bothers me a lot. And I can see what they're doing wrong sometimes. And if you're anything like me, you want to do things so it is permanent, so you can lose the weight permanently. My liver is a fatty liver from all of the abuse over the years, of drinking alcohol, of eating packaged foods, of not having the right information as I was growing up, eating the white bread, eating the gluten, not knowing how bad corn syrup and sugar is for our body. There's MSG in some products that taste so damn good. The chips, the crackers, all the things we grew up with. These things cause our liver to become fatty and unhealthy. It is damaged. So making the liver in our body healthy again first is just another technique. And that's what a lot of people who are on the carnivore diet are trying to do. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm finding great success so far. Now, it is slow, but it is steady. And I feel it's going to be permanent. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make sure it's permanent. You may have consumed alcohol for too many years, like I did. Guys, I just quit drinking 5 years ago. And I am loving my life now. I cannot believe that I don't need the booze anymore. It still shocks me every day. It was not that hard to get rid of the alcohol in my life. And ever since I've done so, I am achieving more goals that I've had for years. I am starting to do all of the things I wanted to do. So if you've drank over the years and you'd like to get your health back, let's start by removing the alcohol if you can, even if it's one drink at a time. Today, I'm going to talk about the physical stuff, the mental stuff, and the spiritual stuff that I love about eating mostly a carnivore diet. So 2.5 years later, the fat has not come back. And I think that this is a very, very important thing to talk about. So of course, you're eating meat. Of course, you're eating more dairy if it does not affect you in a bad way. and plenty of eggs in your life. So this is nutrient dense at the very start. So let's talk about energy. You have more energy when you eat cleaner. So every day I'm still shocked and surprised by the fact that I have a little bit more energy than the day before. I actually feel some elation. And if you don't know what elation means, it's a feeling of joy. I swear, when I breathe in the oxygen, especially in the last couple months, I can feel there is a clarity in my body that I can't quite explain. And I feel elated when I breathe deep. I feel like the oxygen is working in the right places in my body. And I have a hard time explaining this. I tried explaining it to a couple friends of mine, but the energy we can understand, the energy that you have when you eat clean and nutrient dense is insane. I just don't get tired. And I did a video on getting tired. Check that out. Maybe we can put it up here for a moment. Check out that video, guys. I really don't feel tired during the day. And that was not the case for me for many, many years. And even if you're sitting for a long time and you sometimes get drowsy after you eat, these things do not occur for me anymore. And I'm very excited about this. So a lot more energy. It gives you more energy for when you're exercising. You can push through. You can do more reps. You know, Andrew and I have added about a mile to our walking regimen about 3 times a week now, and it's not much harder. And I remember back in the day, I used to exercise and be like, damn, this is hard. I really don't feel that way. And I am not exaggerating, guys. It does not feel like work whatsoever. So let's talk about cellulite, especially ladies. Guys, you really don't get cellulite, I don't think, but us ladies, our biggest problem when we are a little bit fat, and even sometimes if you're not fat, cellulite likes to hang around for years and years. And especially if you're over 40, it's very difficult to get rid of cellulite. This is one of the biggest problems that I see. And even when someone loses a ton of weight, they hang on to that cellulite, that loose skin. This is something that you can avoid. If you go to the source, if you eat nutrient dense as we do on a carnivore-based diet, or even ketovore, guys, where you're just adding a little bit more protein and being a little bit more careful with some of these products that say keto on them, you will find a much larger reduction in your cellulite. And I can tell you for a fact, I hated wearing shorts. I hated wearing shorts for most of my life that I've been chubby. And it's been a while now, guys. So what I've noticed now, since I've been on the carnivore diet for 2.5 years, my shorts are getting shorter and shorter. I make my own shorts, and each year I get to cut them a little bit shorter, get some more sun on my legs, and that cellulite is not so unsightly because it's reducing, finally. Also, fasting is a lot easier for me. So, the less and less that I have to turn to any other foods besides meat, dairy, and eggs, the less and less I'm hungry. So intermittent fasting is a lot easier. And I hope you guys find this to be true for yourselves. It is very, very true for me. I could just keep on pushing through. If I eat, fine. If I don't eat, fine. It's not a big deal. And this is one of the biggest problems I see in the diet community is people are still hungry when they're dieting. They're restricting calories and they're not eating nutrient dense, and they still may be turning to shakes or packaged foods that say low carb on them, and they find themselves still craving sweets and still craving more food and walking around hungry. Who wants to walk around hungry? Nobody. So if you have not considered trying this, guys, it will kill your cravings the more nutrient dense that you eat. Guys, also don't be shy. I want to just throw in here real quick that you can comment to me all of your favorite things about the keto diet if you're on the keto diet. All of your favorite things about the carnivore diet if you're doing carnivore mostly, or any other tips that you may have for the rest of us. Your creativity expands. So your stomach constricts and gets smaller, but your creativity expands. Now, this is one of my surprising and very favorite things about eating this way, because I'm an artist. I'm a musician, as you can see behind me here. I need all of my creativity to be in tip-top shape. So when you are in ketosis, which is most of the time because carnivore is keto, your creativity is off the charts. If creativity is very important to you, as it is to me and many other people, because we're all artists, aren't we? I want you to try eating more nutrient dense if you have never considered it, because your creativity will expand and you're going to love it. So let's talk about the spiritual benefits for a minute if you have trouble concentrating. So I've taken on meditation in the last year and a half or so, where I'm trying to do it a couple times a week. I can get into the zone a lot faster during meditation. And meditation for me, guys, is difficult because my mind is going 100 miles a minute. I have ADHD of the mind because my Venus is in Gemini. So I understand it, but I have trouble sitting still. I have trouble not thinking of anything. And when you eat nutrient dense, you can get in that space a lot faster. I can't really explain why meditation would make my life more balanced, but it is the magic of it. So eating nutrient dense can get you in the zone even faster. You can zero in on those things you want to pay attention to, whether it's something you're doing at work, whether it's something you're reading, whether it's something you're really getting into. Who doesn't need a little more mental focus in their lives with all of the distractions out there? So your mental focus increases. I will guarantee you this will happen the better you eat and the cleaner you eat. Also, my mood during the day is very, very balanced as well. So I used to get pissed off if somebody would say something to me back in the day, a few years back, and even a couple years ago. I wasn't quite as stable because I'm still trying to heal stuff, guys. I'm not there yet. But every day that passes, I become more and more balanced when it comes to my mood. So I can get mad at something just for a moment and it quickly passes. I don't get that rage that used to build up inside of me where my face gets hot and I feel anger inside. These things improve. I'm telling you, even if you don't have to lose weight, you may want to add a little more protein in your life and see how that affects you, and it may affect your mood in a good way. It basically can keep you more calm. And you won't need drugs for this, guys. Just a little extra meat in your life, just a little more nutrient-dense foods in your life, some eggs might actually help stabilize your mood. I've never loved my life so much as I do now at 49 years old. And clearing out my liver first, to me, seems easier than going from the outside in and having the flabby skin and not knowing what you did wrong and you lost weight so fast and here it is, it came back. I see it everywhere. I'm going for the other route, guys. So my bonus thing that I love about eating nutrient dense today, guys, is your sex drive will improve and increase. And if you're anything like me, over 40, you've been fat, you've taken over-the-counter meds, you've eaten all the crappy foods, you have toxins still built up in your body, your sex drive can be affected by these things. So we can use a little bit of help in that department, especially if you're female. So your sex drive will increase the more clean you eat. And even for guys, it would be silly of me not to mention that in the morning, gentlemen, you may notice a little more blood flow to those areas that you might be concerned about. if you're getting older. And you're going to love this because it's a sign of health. It's a sign of youth. And we lose testosterone, both sexes, as we get older. So any bit of help we can get in this department, there's not a lot of cures for it without some heavy medication, we will take and enjoy, hopefully. And my truth bomb today here is carnivore is keto. Let me repeat that. Carnivore is keto 2.0. And keto means ketosis. And when you are in ketosis, your body is burning the best fuel that you can give it. And it's burning the fat off of your body and even the fat out of your liver. So becoming healthier and being in ketosis most of the time is a new, modern, realized technique that is really ancient. Our ancestors ate this way. They did not have the health problems we have today. They did not have manufactured foods and packages like we have today that cause so many problems for us. So let's avoid these diseases. Start now, eating healthier, getting our groove back, and enjoying ourselves while we are here to experience this beautiful world. Ask me anything in the comments and I will help you if you don't know where to begin. Thank you for tuning into Lovestyle today. We'll see you next time. Peace out.